Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be overclocking the i7-920. The i7-920 is a 2.66 GHz CPU released on the X58 platform. The i7-920 is a 2.66 GHz hyper-threaded quad-core CPU with a max single-core turbo speed of 2.93 GHz. It was released in Q4 of 2008 on the X58 platform. In Cinebench R20 with a light overclock of 3.2 GHz, the i7-920 gets a score of 980. Now, let's start overclocking this CPU. Here in the BIOS on the MSI X58 Platinum SLI, I'm setting the clock speed to 5.0 GHz and the voltages to the max safe voltages on this motherboard. As you can see here, at 5 GHz the CPU is not posting, so I'm going to go in and set the clock speed down to 4 GHz. At 4 GHz, I am going to be using the same max safe voltages on this motherboard. And now let's see if it posts at 4 GHz. For some reason with the 4 GHz overclock, it didn't show the post screen and it went right into Windows, but it seems to be somewhat stable at 4 GHz. Now, let's run Cinebench R20. At 4 GHz, we get a score of 1216, and the temperatures on the CPU are right against the 95-degree max temperature, but the CPU did not throttle. Now, let's go back into the BIOS and increase the clock speed. I'm going to increase the clock speed to 4.5 GHz and not change any of the voltages. And 4.5 GHz is not posting. Alright, I'm now just going to try 4.2 GHz with the same max safe voltages. 4.2 GHz gets us into Windows. And running Cinebench or any CPU stress test at 4 GHz immediately causes a blue screen. Now I'm going to try 4.1 GHz. And obviously, we booted into Windows fine at 4.1 GHz. And with the CPU at 4.1 GHz, Cinebench ran smoothly without crashing or causing a blue screen. This overclock gave us a score of 1280 points, and that is the highest I'm going to overclock it in this video. Alright, so in this video we got the i7-920 somewhat stable at 4.1 GHz. Obviously, the CPU definitely would not be stable for running for more than like a 5-minute Cinebench run, but it seems to not crash, and I've been using it for about 20 minutes. Obviously, I would not recommend going out and buying one of these CPUs, just because at this point, even with a very heavy overclock on them, they still aren't that powerful. If you have an x58 system like this, I would definitely recommend upgrading to a CPU like the Xeon W3680 or Xeon X5675, as those give you an extra 2 cores and 4 threads, and they have similar per core performance to something like an i7-96D. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.